Good morning, everyone. Pastor Mike here. As New Braunfels continues to go through the storm and we cancel church for today, we just wanted to make sure that everyone is doing all right and everyone is doing well, being safe, being dry, staying off the roads, only going out if there's an emergency. But as the storm raged on last night, I was just thinking about a word that we would have for our church and for the people of God. And it comes out of Psalms 46. And Psalms 46 reads, God is our refuge, God is our strength, a very present help in time of trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth be removed, and although the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. Selah, which means think about that. Now God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in time of trouble. We know and we've been learning that in the presence of God there is peace, there is comfort, there is security. But the poet in the Psalms starts to talk about God's provision in that God himself was a place of refuge, that God himself was a place of strength, that God alone is refuge and strength, and that God himself was their help, a very present help. And the secret of the confidence of that very present help is the presence of God, in the very nearness of God, knowing God, who he is to you, to us, and knowing that in the presence of God, there is that peace, there is that comfort, there is that security. The logic of the psalmist is undeniable, that if God is real, and he's a real refuge, strength, and help for the people, there's no logical reason to fear. And even though the storm came, the flooding and the rain came, that all we have to do is just be in the presence of God, remain safe, do what law enforcement tells us to do, stay off the road, stay at home, keep everything tied down, that we will be able to come through this. Even in the biggest of crisis, the psalmists talk about though the earth be removed. Its defiant tone says that I boldly confess and believe that God is God. And even in the most frightening natural phenomenons that we have, which are earthquakes and hurricanes and storms, he reasoned that God and God alone was greater than all of those other threats that can come against him. And so we can't be double-minded in this. We have to have faith. Faith removes fear. We have to be safe. We have to take care of one another, make sure that we have the things that we need to have in our homes to ride out this storm, and stay in communication with one another. If your power goes out, we gave you an emergency number to call at the church. Call us. Today we're going to make a few rounds to make sure that the church is safe, and there's a few people that we have to check on, and then we're going to get ourselves back in the house because the storm is not over. Although it looks like the rain has subsided a bit, the storm is going to continue to go. We encourage you guys today to take time to just think about this word, the devotion that we have for today. And if the Lord puts it on your heart, we ask that you would continue to give. You can give online by PushPay, and then check on what's going on in our church for updated service times for Tuesday and Wednesday, depending upon what the storm does. We want you guys to stay safe. We want you not to venture out too far unless you have to, if it's an emergency, or if you have to go to work or someplace like that. Schools have been closed in the New Braunfels area for the first day of school on Monday, so there's no reason to get the kids up and out. So this is a time that you can stay together with your family, worship the Lord, spend time with them, and get to talk about the things of God, and talk about this word. God is our refuge. God is our strength. He's a very present help in time of trouble. Amen. Be blessed.